Imagine waking up one morning, brushing your teeth, looking out the window, and realizing that something is very, very wrong. The news is buzzing, planes are grounded, cargo ships are frozen mid-journey, and your phone keeps autocorrecting panic to panic because the oceans have turned to solid ice. No waves, no tides, no splashing, just tens of millions of square kilometers of frozen water. A planet-wide popsicle. So, what just happened? And more importantly, what happens next? To freeze the oceans overnight, we'd need a ridiculous amount of cold. Like, not, oh, it's chilly, better bring a jacket cold. We're talking absolute disaster levels. The average temperature of the ocean is about 3.9 degrees Celsius. To freeze it, we'd need to drop it below 0 degrees Celsius. Not just at the surface, but to depths of thousands of meters. That's trillions of tons of water instantly turned into ice. The energy required to make this happen is so immense that, frankly, no natural event on Earth could pull it off. So let's blame aliens, or a rogue science experiment, or maybe a bored weather god accidentally leaned on the deep freeze button. Whatever the cause, Earth has become a very different place, fast. At first glance, some things might seem fine, or even better. Ships aren't sinking anymore, just sitting there like confused ducks. Penguins and polar bears are suddenly global citizens. And you could technically walk from New York to London, if you don't mind the cold, or dying. But under the surface, well, under the ice, things get bleak. Fast. Let's start with oxygen. Normally, the ocean absorbs carbon dioxide and produces over half the world's oxygen thanks to tiny organisms called phytoplankton. But those guys, they live in the top layers of the water, and they need sunlight. With the ocean frozen, light can't get through, so the plankton die off. No plankton equals no oxygen. Within weeks, our breathable air begins to thin. Also dead, the ocean currents. Normally, currents like the Gulf Stream act like conveyor belts of heat, transferring warmth around the planet. They keep Europe mild and the tropics tropical, but now, no moving water equals no heat transfer. So, Europe becomes Siberia, and the tropics start feeling like chilly autumn. Now let's talk about food. Over 3 billion people depend on fish as a major protein source, but marine life needs liquid water. With oceans frozen, ecosystems collapse. Coral reefs, gone. Whales, gone. Tuna, sushi history. Coastal cities would start to panic. Ports become useless. Global shipping is dead. No more bananas in winter, no more international trade. Economies crumble. Stock markets freeze worse than the water. But it gets weirder. With oceans frozen, evaporation stops. No evaporation equals no rain. No rain equals no crops. So not only do we lose seafood, we also lose wheat, rice, fruit, and coffee. Yes, even coffee. And without tides, driven by the gravitational pull of the moon on liquid water, we lose one of Earth's oldest and most reliable rhythms. Beaches would become quiet and stagnant, no more waves crashing, just eerie silence. But, you know who would be happy? Scientists, sort of. They could finally drill down through the ice and discover things we've never seen before. Ancient fossils, strange bacteria, maybe even prehistoric viruses that definitely should stay buried. Of course, humans would try to adapt. Some might build ice roads across oceans. Others might try to melt the ice with nuclear reactors. Bad idea. But realistically, most of civilization would migrate inland to try and farm what's left of the land. And weather? Well, good luck. With no oceans regulating temperature, climates would swing wildly. Summers would be blistering inland, while winters could reach Mars-like lows. Some regions might freeze year-round, while others become scorching deserts. Eventually, Earth would settle into a new equilibrium, a quiet, dry, cold world. No blue oceans, no clouds, no storms, just endless white where water once flowed. A beautiful silent graveyard of marine life and lost civilizations. So, what if the oceans turned to ice overnight? Well, it'd be the beginning of the end for the world we know. The water that once gave us life would now lock it away in a frozen tomb. And you'd better hope the aliens who did this have a defrost button.